Anyways, this is my opinion and my review on the Flash movie. I saw it a day early. Was able to get to see it beforehand. This will be coming out the same day it came out. But, quote, I'm not the biggest DC fan. This is just my opinion. I don't know most of the story, most of the things related to the comics. I have a boy who has who's really into it and knows more about it than me. This is just my opinion on the movie, on how I think it is. You know, what my rating is, what you watch it with your kids. Now, for starters, everyone knows Miller was on a controversy. Me personally, I'm not agreeing with all the stuff that he has done. I'm not saying, yo, bring him back, but he played the Flash really good. He played Barry Allen amazingly. That's just my opinion. What he does on his weekend off of work is not my problem. I'm not saying I'm not supporting what he does, but like I said, that's not my problem. You know, go. Whatever you do on your weekend is your weekend. I can only control what I do. In this thing, there's a couple, it's going to obviously do with the whole multiverse of the DCU. I'm not really into the whole multiverse besides Marvel. But anyways, from my notes, from my understanding, it was good. The actors did it good. It was actually a great story from the get-go, from the beginning. And then it had decent comedy, in my opinion. The only thing that I had the problem with was kind of just the CGI, bro. The CGI was just terrible. Completely terrible. It seemed like it was the worst shroom trip of my life at some points. They couldn't even get real things or objects. I don't want to spoil it too much till I get more into the spoilers. For things that they could have used real things in. But, the thing that I liked is that he did have a Latino background. I find it amazing. It was cool. Like I said, the only small problem that I had was just the CGI. The story was really good, kept up. There are some parts that I felt a little rushed, but out of that, I give it like a solid, I'd say maybe like 7.8 due to all the other movies that have come out and have changed in my criteria. And like as y'all seen in the trailer, bro, Sasha killed that role, in my opinion. The role that she had to play, she just did great. 10 out of 10. She did it good, even though it felt like she was the biggest side character for a little bit. But, it was inevitable. So, at the end of the day, what do I give it? Give it like a solid 7.8. Now, 5 seconds before I start spoiling the movie. Okay. So, that was your 5 seconds. If you gonna watch the movie, make sure you go back now. Now, in the whole movie, the only problem that I really had is that the Flash really tried to go back and try to change things when they have already explained to him if he tries to go and change these things, it's going to mess up the whole multiverse. And it was all just for tomato soup. He tries to save his dad from court because his dad got blamed that his mom, his mom got murdered. And they tried to put it on the dad, but he wasn't even there. He was at the store. So the whole time he was trying to find a way to get his dad out, make sure his mom was safe. And he was successful on doing that and finding the next Barry Allen in that multiverse, which also led that Barry Allen to be the evil Flash, kind of like the main, not kind of the main supervillain in the whole thing, but not really the main supervillain, if you get what I mean. So he tried to go back in time and fix it, and then one of his Flashes, well, that Barry Allen from that time where he went to, ended up knocking him out of the I forgot what they called it, the little fast vortex, the thing where their cycle where they go and rewind time. Now, through all of that, he ends up losing his powers in this whole scenario, which he still got struck by lightning, the same lightning that gave him the powers and ended up going through him into the other Barry Allen of the present. So it doesn't make sense how he lost his powers if the thing still happened. It's not like it just happened and just absorbed the powers. No, it still happened, and he was able to get his powers back by kind of the same format and recreating the same thing with the help of Supergirl, which y'all already know. I didn't know it was going to be Supergirl because I didn't watch the trailers. I just went and watched the movie, and I was kind of shook that it was Supergirl and not Superman. But she, like I said, Sasha played that part great. Sasha killed it. I wish there was more of her. Now, moving forward and going on through a little bit more time in the movie, there was things when they found Batman. Batman was damn near like with the drunk uncle, where my boy was going off, where it should have been Bruce Wayne's dad, not Bruce Wayne himself. So they brought back, and it was still Bruce Wayne. And I'm pretty sure it was Keaton's Batman. But they ended up bringing Bruce Wayne as the Batman still, when it would have made more sense if it was the dad, in my opinion. And I wasn't caught up in all the DC stuff, so this is just on my opinion base. I know people who are more critics, and y'all can take that argument with y'all in the comments or somewhere else. I'm just giving you my opinion and my reviews. And as they found the Batman, and they helped him out, try to get to Supergirl because Borg was trying to come in and destroy the world during the time, which was one of the main villains at that time. And they were trying to stop him from destroying the world, even though he was just coming basically for Supergirl to recreate their planet and stuff like that. Anyways, the fight scene between all of that was pretty good. It was great. Just felt like Batman was the biggest side character ever. But, it is what it is. Happens. In that timeline, there was no Wonder Woman. There was no Aquaman. They couldn't find him at the time. And Aquaman supposedly wasn't even born. So, moving on from all of that. After that, he just kept going. He just kept going in the fight, trying to figure out everything that was happening. And once the fight came to a close, he tried, Supergirl dies and Batman dies. And he tries to find a way to bring him back. And that's what kind of leads to the Dark Flash. Just, it's that Barry Allen, that Flash of that time, just trying to rewind, save Supergirl because he's simping. I can't blame my boy. He thinks she hot. He wants to simp. That's how I buy me. A dude gotta do what a dude gotta do. But, at the end of the day, it would have been a better fight if the Dark Flash and that current Flash would have fought it out. Instead, it just ended it really short with just, the Barry Allen of that present. See, this is why I hate the multiverse. It's so hard to explain. The Barry Allen from that present, from that time that he was at, ended up basically committing multi-dimensional suicide, which ended up leading to just the other Dark Flash just disappearing and stopping all the multiverse to collide. So, like I said, it's a big mumbo jumbo. It's a big thing. But at the end of the thing, there is an end credit scene. And the end credit scene, it kind of led to a little bit more things. My boy said that the whole thing just restarts the whole DCU, the whole time continuum. And the end credit scene is just basically Jason Momoa being drunk as hell, in my opinion. That's all there really is. Jason Momoa at that point. Just a drunk Aquaman. No explanation or whatsoever. But, like I said, it's a movie I would probably say you can go watch with your kids. It's cool. It's not bad. 7.8. It's a good superhero movie. CGI is just terrible, so don't expect nothing crazy from that. Actors did good. I don't agree with Miller. They're going to recast him. I say as the Flash, he did good. He played the Flash good. But I just want to see what they're going to do with the recasting. Not my fault what someone does on their weekend.